This is a response video to a video by a guy called justinhabit, who makes very good videos, and you should watch that one first before you watch this one because it won't make much sense if you don't. Links in the description. Okay, my first thought was that people differ from Googlecars in that Googlecars would follow the same basic path, whereas humans take wildly different paths through the same scenery. Then I thought, imagine Google created Google Boat. You could tell both Google Boat and Google Car to go from one place to another, but they would take different routes, both perfectly logical routes based on their capabilities. Thinking this model wasn't complex enough, I decided to move on to a comparison between Google Boat and Google Submarine, because whilst they have similar restrictions like not being able to go on dry land or in the air, they can also move in different ways, like people who follow the same general principles but differ in some ways. At this point I considered branching out to Google Helicopter and Google Aeroplane but decided against it. Then I had another idea. What if we are all Google Cars, but our topography differs from other Google Cars because it includes them, and we're all constantly moving and adjusting in response to each other? Then I realised I was doing a response video to someone else's video. In the end it all boils down to whether we have free will or not, and whilst I think the theory of cause and effect technically holds true, in that every action we take is a result of some kind of influence in our lives, external or internal, which could be extrapolated from previous events. Example: my decision to eat a biscuit could be influenced by what the person next to me is eating, what someone said to me when I was a child, or what socks I decided to put on this morning. Because the system is so ridiculously complex, it makes it impossible to predict. So we have to adopt a different system, which is basically, fuck it, people do what they want to do. We call this free will.